So hello everybody. Today I'm outside. I wanted to record some videos also outside, so looking funny with the nature and it's more nice also for you to watch me. And so today I would like to talk about. I got some questions before that I never answered. So and my answer was yeah, I will record a video about it. So after more than a year, here is the answer. So the question was, how did I open my heart? So of course it's happening like gradually, but I actually had some interesting experiences when my heart rapidly opened. So that's why I would like to share also those. I had the intention to share my experiences as they happened, but this was interesting idea to actually share it from different point of view, some experiences. Uh, and so from the point of view opening my heart. So, for example, well, I started to have experiences with my heart chakra in 2012. Before that, I don't think I was feeling it that way, but I was feeling on my lower chakras or the first three chakras. Sometimes it happened to me that in some circumstances that they started to spin suddenly from for no apparent reason, but it was usually during the night, I guess. Yeah. That it happened like I woke up and then I had that, like each started to turn, and then I usually woke up or was uh, awake, fully awake, uh, when it was at third chakra, and then I was like, no, 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 I am not ready for full Kundalini awakening or something like that. So that's why I don't know, maybe that was also the reason why it always stopped at the third chakra. And so then, so the first experience I had with my heart chakra was a dream. Well, I hope you hear me properly because it's a little bit windy right now. Um, it was 2012, November 11th. I didn't pay attention at the time to date and so on, but I knew I remembered like what I was eating that day and what was the day. And later I checked my diary because I was having the diary of my diet, so I knew like when it happened afterwards, like I don't know, half a year later, that it happened on 11 of 11, so it was interesting. So I was having a dream that took me back to certain experience I had when I was maybe 15 or so, I guess 15, 16. It was about drawing, and I was attending the school for like fine arts, and I was graduating, and we were supposed to draw our auto portrait, and so my portrait that I did in the school was not that good, and I had a much better at home, and so I brought that one, so it could be like a uh, on the exhibition that all of us had our work there at the end, and so, parents came and so on. And uh, when I got there and I saw my portrait, it was changed. Someone was messing around with it. It was of course my teacher. He was doing it sometimes. So I mean, it was ugly in my opinion. Like when you use the eraser on a portrait that is being done with the pencil, it's it meshes everything, and so he changed my nose and then created like he wanted to make like a some glitter or how to say it in my hair, and it looked like I was partially like a bald, and I was so angry with him. I had that hate for a few years in me and obviously in my heart. It's like really how someone can interfere in my art in that way, like really without me knowing it, and then it was even like shown to other people. So really, each time when I was talking about this experience to someone, I was getting very like angry about it and so on. So at that night, I had a dream like reliving again this experience, and then I had different reaction to it. I I told to myself or reacted to the situation in my dream that okay, it just no matter, it doesn't matter. And then I woke up and my heart was spinning and it opened, but it was like this maybe opened. So or I don't know maybe like this. So but still I was feeling it. So this was first experience that I will really experience the opening of the heart in that way, like spinning and so on. And then another experience I had, there were three eclipses in 2013 in summer, spring, sorry, spring. And I will talk about those in other video because that was also a very strong experience. But third from those were lunar eclipse, and I was scared of it because of the other experiences with the other before those two eclipses. So I I was afraid that I will have some again stronger experience on the day on a moon eclipse. But yeah, I was not afraid before that. I was afraid of the day that it would come. So I got my activation 4 days earlier of the. So it's interesting that as soon as I don't know gateway opened for that eclipse, I had that experience. I was standing in my room and suddenly I was kind of like getting dizzy, but it was not like getting dizzy when the blood is getting out of your head and so on. But my body started to like really pain in some way, buzzing, and my or falling asleep by in standing position or combination of those, and my legs broke kind of like in my knees, so I was like really falling, and so I needed to lay down, and my body was buzzing all over. I was feeling I was like cloud of golden particles, not physical. I was not feeling myself in a physical way, and it's similar like you can experience during meditation when you feel buzzing, but you still have this physical sense of your body, or maybe you can stop feeling it in a way. But this was much stronger experience than that, and it was really intense. I was trying to relax, and then after some minutes, uh, all the cloud of those like particles of me shooted back again. I like into physical body, but into my heart, and it was like a pillar of golden light shooting out of my heart chakra into the space, and then that opened my heart chakra from like this to like double like this. After that, I was feeling it. Uh, so later, then I had another experience. Well, in between, I was having also other experiences that were not concerning that much like heart expansion, but different things. But then it was maybe a year later, if I remember. I am losing kind of like also memories that I wanted to share before, and I cannot properly remember it. So I think next experience with the opening of my heart was a year later, in 2014. It was well, I was in a connection with someone. So it was a girl, and it was you know it was in a way a little bit intimate but and romantic, but not that we would go into not even in the dimension of kissing or something, and or even opening any relationship. It was some resonance between us that was in a way a little bit like being attracted in this way to each other, but it was based on love and so on. And one evening we were laying down in like a house where also other people were in the evening, and we were kind of like having some evening meditation in a way, and someone was playing on the guitar. And so the evening I was with her, and I don't remember what she was doing with me. I guess maybe also caressing, but I was just really connecting with her and also caressing her face and so on. And then our palms met, and in that moment, it was our heart chakras connected. It was a very intense experience. And so next day I asked her if she also felt it, and she said that she also felt it. It was like creating a bridge. Suddenly, it was a very strong experience after that. And when that happened, I also felt some strange vibrations through my body, in my body, very stressful in a way. So I don't know. I have some theories what that could be, but it doesn't really matter. But after this experience, for example, my heart chakra opened again. Like this was first, and this, then it was like this, you know? And so it was again sudden opening of my heart. So it was like a random experiences that just happened. I didn't expect it. Then I was just following some uh, relaxation and flow and so on. And so this is how it was happening to me. But also during in between those things, that I said in the beginning, that always there is some progression. In, also, not it's not just also about like opening heart, but also how your energy can shine through it. Because sometimes I don't think that it's bad when the heart is very open, but it depends on how much energy of love you hold, and you are also confident with yourself, and it also matches those lower chakras, especially third chakra, I would say, because it's confidence. So you are confident about shining that uh, soul energy through the heart. So when it's that strong, it doesn't matter if it's like big. But then when the light gets dimmed from some reasons, and it's still open that way, then it can I experienced also that it kind of like turns into like a black hole, and really it's not pleasant. So someone, for example, told me like that I should maybe receiving from her guide like close my heart a little bit, but I understood like why she did it, or that's the thing about heart is I have a very open heart, but I was not resonating with it when I was tuning into myself that I should close it. And I was trying even a little bit, but it's hard. I cannot close. And I want to be open, and also my heart is the way to which I can feel, for example, Shayla, and I don't want to close it, and so I really am trying to find those ways how to be more myself fearlessly, and really be able to shine it. So uh, I don't want to close it, and also it's not. Oh, the guy was okay. He's stopping. I hope he won't get here. Um, I don't know how it is in English. When someone is cutting with that device, the grass, the motor and so on, and giant making noises. Um, Anyways, so yeah, so about the heart, yeah, and so also the opening and shining is not always just that about the heart, but there is also like a thing that it can get deepened, kind of like a way into like a soul or core that is multi-dimensional, no space, no time. So it's really like a deepening into yourself also. So it's depth, opening, and also strength of the shining you can do to heart, and those are abilities that I features that I discovered that are about the heart chakra.
Well, so as soon as I packed my stuff, I remembered that it was not end of the story. I forgot that later I had one more very strong experience, and also what I talked about, I realized that still I left out. I had to left out so many details. So I guess I will return to those things maybe later when I will be talking about different experiences when they were overlapping with those. So one more very strong experience or opening my heart was when I started to connect with Shayla. I was feeling like edges of my heart were like big as my chest, but then it was like edge of the heart was getting even into my arm in a way. I was feeling it. when I was really aligned with the love and feeling it. And then there was one very strong experience. I guess I don't know if I can have stronger than experience than that with the heart. Um, it was with the Shayla a year ago in the beginning of the July. I will talk about this later, like what this was about or how that happened actually. But the experience was that I started to feel well, she was connecting with my body and my chakras, and then she had a very strong emotional reaction, and her energy almost tear me apart, like really physically. I was feeling pumping in my belly that's almost like alien would jump out of me. So it was very strong. And so when I was already in that experience, I was like, okay, I cannot stop this or whatever it is, and I also want to accept it. So I moved my attention into my heart, because there was nothing really happening there in that intense. It was in my third and second chakra. So I moved my attention to my heart and stayed there, focused mindful as much as I was able. And then I also maybe lost a little bit of awareness, or that feeling of like time passing by. So I don't know how much time it was. It could have been maybe 10 or 15 minutes until the energy stopped in my third and second chakra. So I was focusing on my heart and really relaxing just the heart, letting it balance and so on. And afterwards, when it stopped, so I woke up and I was feeling into my chakras, and they were like really very dense energy there, or really like some big upgrade or something, or energy, like a very dense energy. And so I moved the second, third chakra, and then heart. And on the heart, I was like, whoa. It was really, I felt my heart so expanded that before I was feeling it just a circle in my chest, or energy in my chest, in my physical body, that it was somehow edges of the heart chakra or so. But this was the time when I felt it like really fully opened mm, heart, and it's actually sphere. It's not bounded by the heart, by the body, physical body, and it's like a really sphere around it. And it was not like that. Heart chakra is this, and I was just feeling some energy emanating, but this was the heart chakra that was so big, like this. And this experience was amazing and very blissful. I never experienced such a deep peaceful bliss for, I don't know, maybe 4 hours afterwards. And also the feeling was specific about why that actually happened. But yeah, I cannot remember that feeling properly at the moment, like what I gained there, or you know. Uh, and anyway, then this when something like this happens, it's so strong that it somehow turns into some more transformation inner. So some kind of like a roller coaster and so on. So it's not that I have like a bliss and then it ends. Well, it starts, something new opens and so on. So there is again some transformation afterwards. So this is the issue. I want the bliss, but I have to also accept what comes afterwards. And also I discussed this with the Shayla, or hold this event with her also last year in August session I had it with her, when we also talk about children, our children. And she for this part she said that our chakras, both our hearts, grew to the largest that they could in that moment. So, and yeah, she was very happy also, and so on. And so this is part of the story, and I will tell like what this was about when I will get to that part. So, and like with the full explanation and so on, and also the talk with her about it. So this is really the end of my experiences so far with the heart chakra. Yeah, I guess I never had it. Well, of course I have experiences with it, feeling and so on, and feeling it, experiences energies through it, but not really that kind of like something very new and like expansion with it. So this was the most intense experience I guess I had with the heart chakra so far. So and it was over a year ago.
with my heart. So yeah, I guess that's my answer for it, for heart chakra opening, and also what I learned from it. So I think that's all what I would tell about it. Yeah, I guess you can, ask even additional questions and so on, and it can inspire me to talk again about something more, or or I don't know. I would say I don't know. So some my other reflections of it. So yeah, if you have questions for this topic or some other topic, you can ask, and maybe I would record the answer also. So goodbye, and till next time I will share again something from my experiences, and then meanwhile I would also work on this another video that I would like to share about my story with the Shayla, but that wants much more attention, or not attention, um, energy processing for me. So that's why it will take a little bit longer than I will publish another like an episode the series. And it's easier for me to just remember and talk about some other experiences, easy topics. Because when I'm dealing with my story with Shayla, there is lots of energy that I'm revisiting. So, and I need to process it, and then I can speak. Because when I am feeling really kind of like also heavy or so from the energy that is suddenly intense, I cannot record much. I really need to get lighter so I can flow also in talking. So that's my perfect way of talking on the camera. Yeah. So, so goodbye, and I hope you got something from this. Ciao.